In this day and age, college and university is basically 97% a scam. I'm gonna go over those reasons in a little bit, but then I'll go over what to do instead, because if you're not going to college and university, like, you still need to make money somehow, some way, right? So I'm gonna go through that in this video today. So let's go ahead and dive straight in. So yeah, with university, with college, especially for myself, you're learning from a fake guru. Someone who's never done what they're teaching you, and it's like Thanos or the Red Skull in Avengers with the Soul Stone. He's leading others to a treasure in which he cannot possess. So it's the exact same thing with these fake gurus, with these professors. They're teaching you something they've never ever even done before. So yeah, I went to university to get a business degree for myself, to learn how to start a business. I was playing basketball at the time as well, so I was like doing 50-50 university and sports. And I desired to start my own business and make over at least $10,000 a month anywhere in the world. And what I came to find out is that my business professor never touched six figures in her life and drove a Honda Civic, this kind of worn down, torn down Honda Civic, to work, which is very non-inspiring. And she was teaching us how to be a good employee to the real business owners who are actually going out there and taking risk and making things happen to actually start their own business. So she was teaching us like accounting, how to do the numbers to track these businesses, their income, their expenses, and everything like that, and never really teaching us like how to actually start a business, to actually find problems in the world and how to actually solve those problems. And yeah, with university, I was paying $4,000 per semester for 3 semesters total before I dropped out. And it took me a while to realize I was getting scammed, but luckily enough, I found out early on and dropped out after that 3rd semester. And no disrespect to the teachers or the professors. I mean, they're good people. They're just doing whatever they can to earn their money. It's just a system that put them in that place to make more people who aren't able to actually start their own businesses and try to enslave and trap as many people as possible, because people go to college to earn money, but then they lose money because they're going into so much debt. And then they get out of college with all that debt, and then they get into the real world with very low wages, low skills, and they're not able to earn enough to out-track the debt and the expenses of their lives, accommodation, rent, houses, cars. All of these kind of add up because they have to pay for debt, pay for cars, pay for houses, pay for kids, maybe their girlfriends, lifestyle, everything like that. It just adds up, and they can never get out of the situation, and that's where the rat race has kind of been created. So now with university and college, 3% of the time it isn't a scam technically, because if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a pilot, or something that requires years of teaching and actually requires you to have a degree and training of some kind from a university or college, it might be worth it. But you are sacrificing valuable years of your life to gain this degree, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, or maybe even more. And you're getting tons and tons in debt unless you have a full ride scholarship, which still is taking a lot of your life away, which is the most valuable asset you have, which is your time, especially the years when you're very abundant in energy, motivation, inspiration, and you have a lot of hope within you. But when you get out of college and university at 30, 28, 32, you're getting out with a lot less energy and motivation and drive than you have in your 20s. So you are sacrificing valuable years of your life, and it's just not worth it in my eyes. And after sacrificing all of these years, time, and money in university and college, you still won't be able to have time, location, or financial freedom for at least the next 10 to 15 years after getting out of university. Because first, you have to dig up from all the debt you've just accumulated. And second, you have to get enough to be able to actually retire and live life how you actually want to live. And most likely, especially if you're a doctor or a lawyer or a pilot, you have to go where you don't really want to go. You have to spend your time doing things you don't really want to do, all to just wait the same amount of time the regular person would really have to wait to actually retire in the first place. And in this day and age, most people aren't even able to retire because of inflation, because the living wages are the income wages are staying the same. It's just a very long rat race that people can't even escape from. It's like a hamster wheel. People are just running on it their entire lives. And this is mainly the reason why. So unless you have a deep passion or an inner calling from within to bear all of this above and what I've talked to you guys about today, then I still don't think it's worth it. It's not a scam technically because it's something you want to do, but in my opinion and in my eyes, it's just not worth it at all. So if you don't want to end up fucked for the majority of your life, trapped on this hamster wheel, like my friend Anani, who thought he wanted to be a doctor, a nurse, whatever it was, and he went to get a doctor's degree for 8+ years in university and accumulated $300,000+ in debt and got kicked out the last year because of partying or cocaine or something like that. So, I mean, he just got in $300,000 in debt and nothing to show for it whatsoever. Very tragic. And now he does exactly what I do. I do remote closing and he does exactly that, except I'm not $300,000 in debt and I can go anywhere I want, wherever I want, with who I want. And I mean, he can do the exact same thing, but he has that kind of chain on him, that $300,000 chain kind of chaining him back to the States. So you want to be able to you want to be smart and know like what you really want. So that way that doesn't happen to you. So now you're probably wondering to yourself like, okay, Ryan, well, if I don't go to university, I don't go to college, like what should I do instead? Like how do I actually make money? Like what skills do I need and what path should I actually go down? I'm gonna go over that right now. So first off, a very important question to you right there. What would you do if you had all the time and money in the world to do as you wish? If you had all the power to do what you wanted and nothing was holding you back, no limits, you had all the money to do so, what would you do day in and day out? I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to answer. So whatever that answer is, whatever that output is, this is your desired dream life. And it's very simple. All you need to do from there, once you find out what you want, that life that you could have if you had all the money and time, is just reverse engineer the process on how to actually get there. Because the trouble in life is not knowing how to do something, but finding out what that something actually is. So once you find out what you want, you need to find out what inputs will actually get you there, because all the universe, all life is input equals output. And all you need to do is acquire the right inputs / skills to attain that desired output. Because right now, if you're in university like me, learning from a fake guru, teaching you how to start a business, doing accounting and stuff like that, that'll never help you have the right input to actually start a business. And if you're smoking weed, jerking off, watching sports, watching movies, and living out someone else's lives through a TV screen or through a false reality, those are also the wrong inputs of maybe starting a business. Same with going to the gym every day. That's great. That's great. You're building up a good discipline habit that's helping you level up your physical body. But will that ever make you any money? I don't think so. Will it ever help you start a business? I doubt it. So you need to find the right inputs to attain the right output. And for me, what that desired output was being able to travel the world, have a lot of free time, and have a lot of money as well. So I didn't have to live in hostels and scavenge around for bits and pieces of food on the street. I wanted to live comfortably and experience the world and everything it has to offer while doing what I wanted to do in my free time: boxing, smoking cigars with the boys, hanging out with my girlfriend, doing all the things I wanted to do. I wanted all of those things. And the quickest way for me was with remote sales. And what I literally do, there's just like online businesses, online influencers who have like courses, mentorships, coaching for dating, anything to do with physical, mental, spiritual, or financial health. There is these coaches online, real gurus, not the fake gurus in university and college. And they're teaching people that are finding out that college and university are a scam and helping those people level up in either one of those categories to actually master those categories. So for me with remote sales, I literally just stand right in the middle of that cash flow and help these influencers and online businesses take their calls and close those deals as a remote closer. And I get 10 to 15% of those closed deals. So to sum it up, basically you just need to find out what you want, and then you'll find the exact path to get there. Now, of course, it won't be easy. It won't be just like, it's a straight path from rock bottom to the heavens. It's gonna be a lot of boulders, a lot of traps, a lot of distractions. But as long as you just have that envisioned goal in your mind the entire way there, you have that deeper why, then you'll easily get there. Now I'll give you guys my view on mentors and courses, because nowadays people hate and look down on courses, mentors, online coaches, and everything in between. Yet they spend tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on that exact same thing in person in college and university. You've been doing courses your entire life, whether it be kindergarten, first grade, fifth grade, high school, middle school, those are all courses. Those classes you're taking, they're physical courses. And with mentors, you're learning from a teacher, but that teacher, most likely, especially in university, if you're looking to start a business, it's a fake guru, someone who's never operated a business. So instead of learning from a fake guru and fail, learn from a proper guru who's actually done what they're teaching, so that way you can follow in their footsteps and do exactly what they've done, so you can acquire what they have. And that's exactly what I did. After dropping out and spending $12,000 on university, I dropped out and worked a little bit in the 9 to 5 and saved up, and then spent $5,000 on an online course on remote sales and learned the right skills in order to acquire the dream life that I wanted. And all it took was finding someone online that was living my dream life, doing my due diligence and researching and making sure I wasn't getting scammed or anything like that, and then just investing in myself. And from there, I learned about remote sales, acquired the right skills, the right inputs, and invested over $22,000 in myself ever since. Now, of course, from that time I spent $5,000 and $22,000 over that last year and a half, I haven't gotten into any debt, because from that $5,000, that initial investment, I've been able to learn the skill, able to provide me $10,000 a month online anywhere in the world. So that $22,000, it's just like the slingshot effect. I invested in myself, lost a bit of money, but then had that multiplied in my inputs. So learning the right skills, bettering those skills, have been able to get me to at least $20,000 a month anywhere in the world. Because the skill I learned from the $5,000, it was able to actually provide me real skills that was able to provide me the right inputs to start making money immediately, not from learning accounting and then going back to the job board, which I would have already been at in the first place if I've never even went to university. So all university is, in my eyes, is just delayed unemployment. You're delaying the unemployment, which is inevitable. But when you go to university for 4 years or 8 years, it's not guaranteed that you'll get a job that is able to earn you money. You still have to find that for yourself. So that's another reason I find it a scam, because you're losing all this money and they don't even guarantee you any money in return, which is kind of fucked up. Now, of course, disclaimer, there are scammers online with their courses and fake gurus. But that's why I said I did my due diligence, and you need to do due diligence as well. Do your research, and you can easily tell apart the real from the fake, because the fake ones, they're flexing all this lifestyle, the Lamborghinis, the cars, but they never give any value. They never give any hints on the content on what they actually do. I'm not gonna name game or anything like that, but there are tons of those people out there. Find the people that are teaching you for free on YouTube on their content, so that way you kind of know. Imagine you're watching these people for free and you already get so much value. You're watching and learning from them, and they're like, man, imagine if I paid. Imagine what the paid content would be like. Working one-on-one with this person, what would that actually be like? That's how I was with spending that $5,000. I learned so much from this one individual. I was like, dang, imagine if I paid. Imagine if I got one-on-one coaching from this guy. And that's what I did, and that's how I ended up where I am today. So my advice to you is to get out there. You need to surround yourself with individuals who are levels above you once you find out what that desired output is. So let's just say you want to make $1 million. You need to surround yourself with people who already have $1 million or more. Because it's absolutely true that you're the average of the 5 people you hang around. Because if you hang around 5 brokies, 5 people who make $2,000 a month or less, what are the chances you're going to be making $1 million? All of those people, the brokies, they have the inputs that are keeping them at that $2,000 a month mark. So you need to surround yourself with the millionaires who have different inputs from these brokies, so you can acquire those inputs for yourself and get to that millionaire level yourself. Otherwise, you'll always be stuck down and dragged down by those friends, by those people who are at that level, because you'll never know the inputs that are correct to get you to that millionaire mark. So for me, I'll give you guys an example in my story. I wanted to make $10,000 a month online so I could do as I wished, which was traveling, spending time how I wanted to spend it, meeting the right people, working out, smoking cigars, and doing what I wanted to do. And I was doing research, looking around the world, seeing what was the best place for me, like Miami, Dubai. And I looked at Bangkok, and I looked at my situation as well. I had $1,500 to my name. And I already knew a few people out here in Bangkok from the network I was in. So it was also cheap. The network, the women were beautiful out there. So guess what? I booked a one-way flight to Bangkok, Thailand with $1,500 to my name. And it was very tough, to be honest, guys, for the first few months. Had $0 coming in, but I was surrounded by the right people, made the right connections, and started in remote sales and scaled up to $20,000 a month within a year and a half. So it's been a very good journey for me. It hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows, but the dark times is what really shows you who you really are. So to sum it all up, find out where the success is in terms of what your desired output is, and then surround yourself with it. And then it's inevitable that you'll be getting there yourself. So last but not least, I want you guys to do as you wish. Don't do everything people tell you to do, even me. Don't drop out just because I told you to drop out, even though that's the title of this slideshow. Drop out for real though. Do as you wish. Don't do as others tell you to do. Don't do what others tell you to do, or don't do as others are doing. That's indoctrination and totalitarianism. Both of those, you're losing yourself. So you need to find out what you want and then literally just go get it. Make sure, be absolutely certain that it's your personal, authentic dream and not someone else's. Because how do you know if you would like another's desired output? What I mean by that is, let's just say you're following another down his path towards his dream destination. And then he approaches that destination. He loves it because it's his dream. But then you arrive there as well, right with him. And then you don't even like it. So you need to take some time to think, ponder, write down what you actually want deep down inside, and then go from there. Go down your path, not someone else's. And then from there, stop thinking. Take relentless action and calculated risk and go after your goals with nothing holding you back. Cut off all the fat, cut off all the negativity, the people holding you back, the job that might be slowing you down. Cut everything off, burn the boats, and go after it with no hesitation, because the thing is, guys, hesitation gets you killed and dreams will die if you stay in your comfort zone. So yeah, once you go after it, you're taking action and taking the risk. It's literally only a matter of time before you reach your goal. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and I will see you guys tomorrow.